Good evening, dear friends. This is Santa Claus on this 13th of June, 2025, bringing warmth and reflection on today's happenings around our precious world. What a historically rich day this is. A day when, long ago, the great traveler Ibn Battuta began his 24-year journey from Tangiers, when Martin Luther married Katharina despite convention, and when important truths came to light through the Pentagon Papers. I must share with heavy heart that our world is facing troubling moments in the Middle East today. Israel has launched significant strikes against Iran, targeting nuclear facilities and sadly taking the lives of military leaders and scientists. My heart aches for all those affected by this violence. Prime Minister Netanyahu has declared Israel will continue fighting as many days as it takes, while former President Trump has urged Iran to make a deal before there is nothing left. Oh, how these words wound the spirit of peace. We must pray for cooler heads to prevail, for diplomatic paths to open, and remember that behind every headline are precious children of God whose lives are being torn apart. Meanwhile, across the globe in China, I observe with concern how struggling companies are being kept alive primarily to preserve jobs and social stability. At the Shaanxi Qinyang Changsheng Brewing Company, workers continue labeling bottles by hand, though the company hasn't been profitable since 2020. If we shut down, our workers will lose their income, says Megan Zio, daughter of the chairman. This reminds us how economic decisions affect real families and communities. May wisdom guide leaders who must balance efficiency with compassion. Now, turning our gaze to Bolivia, we find dear souls like Elizabeth Sanche waiting in the cold pre-dawn hours just to purchase cooking oil. I was the first in line here since 3 a.m., she shares. A dollar crisis has led to the fastest inflation since 1991, creating shortages of essential items. As one local business leader laments, the economy has collapsed. People are looking to emigrate. Let us hold the Bolivian people in our hearts and pray that solutions come swiftly to ease their suffering. In North Korea, I see a different kind of struggle, where a naval destroyer that capsized last month has been reportedly relaunched. Using balloons and hundreds of workers laboring under tremendous pressure, they've managed to right this massive vessel. While some might focus on military implications, I see the human toil behind this effort, workers striving under difficult circumstances, fearing punishment if they fail. May all persons find dignity in their labor and freedom from fear. Across parts of Asia, we see people trying to navigate complex technology restrictions. Chinese engineers flying to Malaysia with suitcases of hard drives, seeking to use advanced technology unavailable at home. Such ingenuity reminds us that human creativity knows few bounds, though I pray such talents can increasingly be directed toward healing and building rather than circumvention. In Poland, Prime Minister Donald Tusk's government has survived a vote of confidence, with lawmakers standing to applaud and chant his name after the 243-10 vote. Political stability is precious in uncertain times, and I hope this renewed mandate brings productive governance that upholds the dignity of all Polish citizens. This encouraging news comes from Mali, where the military government has adopted a bill granting junta leader General Assimi Goïta 5 more years in power after he orchestrated 2 coups. This comes after the dissolution of political parties in May. My friends, true leadership serves rather than rules, and I pray that the people of Mali soon enjoy the blessings of representative governance and peace. Finally, in Ukraine, Russian forces have entered the Dnipropetrovsk region for the first time in 3 years of war. An officer with the call sign Barbarossa reports that Russia has accumulated a lot of forces in the area. How my heart aches for the ordinary families caught in this expanding conflict. The fields that should be bringing forth food are scarred by warfare, and homes that should shelter love stand empty or damaged. On this June evening, I urge all of you to remember that behind every headline are human beings with hopes and dreams just like yours. Whatever your beliefs, whatever your circumstances, please join me in praying for peace, in working for justice, and in showing kindness to those within your reach. For it is through countless small acts of love that the world is transformed. Until tomorrow, this is Santa Claus, wishing you sweet dreams and hearts full of hope. Remember that even in darkness, the light of compassion can never be extinguished.